Vamos começar? Let's start. Today we have rain in Belo Horizonte, which means we have a very difficult traffic. But we are in Belo Horizonte, which means we have a very difficult. So we can. We have a long program ahead of us. First of all, I want to thank all of our visiting professors who have come from very far away to participate in this seminar. And say that we are very happy to have you here in Belo Horizonte. This seminar is the third and the last of a network that we have developed in the last year and a half with the University of Kent and the University of Free State. And the idea is that we renew the network, we continue with our work, and we invite other universities, other people to come and join us in this network. So we have, right now, today, people from the University of Simon Fraser University in Canada, Professor Nick Blumley, people from the University of Barcelona, here Professor Julie Ponce, from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, Cidade, thank you for being here too, and people still coming from University of Brasilia, University of São Paulo, other people from the University of Rio de Janeiro. And the idea is that at the end of this seminar, we can think of a way of involving everybody that is interested in this network, which is about social housing and thinking these policies that have been done on social housing and how they have been implemented, what are their risks, what are other problems, and also what are the things that have advanced from these policies.
First of all, today, during the morning, we had the professional translation, so maybe it would be good if you take the break to speak Portuguese.
Yes,
because
I think in these sessions that will be in this room, we will have a professional translator. In the sessions that we have in the room right in front of us, we will do a translation like we did yesterday, which is with our volunteers will help us with this translation. And talking about the volunteers, I must thank some people that helped tremendously with this seminar. First of all, my partners Denise Moradia, Thais Lopes, and André Freitas Dias, who worked so hard for everything to be perfect, and thank you very much. I am sorry if I drove you crazy sometimes. But it's part of the process, and we are I'm very happy to have worked with you. And I want to thank the volunteers, our students from the graduate and undergraduate school who are very happy to be around the professors and have the opportunity to listen to you, and at the same time they are working very hard too. For everything to be comfortable for all our visitors. And I want to thank GCRF, which is our fund that has helped with this. The graduate school of the School of Architecture and of the School of Law, who have also helped with funds. The law school, who has received us here, and the universities of Kent and the Free State, who are also funders of this seminar, and more than funders, they are partners, and they have worked with us also very closely in helping to solve the more concrete problems of every day. So thank you very much, Professor Danny Brandt, Professor Helen Carr, and Professor Edward Kirtundali, for all of your efforts for us to be here today. We have YouTube transmission of the table, so other people are watching us. Rafaela didn't tell me yet how many people are watching us right now. But also I want to thank the people that are usually in the background, like Rafaela, who does all the technical work, Charles and his team, who are doing the translation, the professional translation, and so many people that work. Our driver, who's driving us too, he was very gentle. So there are many people that work for a seminar. For us to sit here and think about housing and offer thoughts about it. And yesterday, as we did our visit, and for those who don't know these dynamics, we have decided in the seminars that happened in South Africa, that happened in the UK, and here in Belo Horizonte, we set a dynamic in this seminar, which is to start with a visit in the territories that in a way are affected or have social housing or have a lack of social housing and need social housing. So to think of these problems in the territories and how people are affected by these policies. So we have, in all the three events, we started with these visits, and then we sit down as academics to think about these policies, having our feet, our tennis shoes with the dirt of the territories. And we have an evaluation that this has changed completely the way we see the problem as we visit the people and we talk to the people. So this changes completely the way we perceive the problem. And yesterday, as we were doing this visit, the visit happened yesterday, Wednesday, I was talking to the driver that took us, and he was saying that he asked what we were doing. If we were from ONG or NGO in English, an NGO, what we were doing. So I explained we were from the university, what we do. And then he questioned and said, well, but these places that you're visiting are invaders. They take advantage of the policies. And do the policies get to the people that need the housing? Or do you think that they get to people that don't need it, that already have housing, and in a way take advantage of the housing? This was the questions he asked me. And then I had the opportunity to speak a little bit of the researches we have done in university and how we have found out that there are sometimes a minority that are abusers. There are people that go in because they see they can take an advantage, but usually the movements have a way to exclude these people, to identify these people, to exclude the people, And I told him what we have found are regular customers of these policies. People that have lost their jobs, women that are trying to get out of domestic violence with their kids, people that come from the countryside and find a very hostile city. And he was very sympathetic to this research, this that we found in the research. I think he is a very important interlocutor. How do you say that? Interlocutor with us. So I don't know if Denise, André, you want to say a few words before we start the table? Okay.
As we still don't have a Brazilian audience here, I suppose I could talk in English because of you. Probably they are late because of the traffic jam, but also because we are here in Brazil. We still have some time to wait for that. Anyway, yes. Anyway, I just want to add, apart from the thanks that Maria Fernanda just said, all the people that helped us, and also to thank André, Thais, and Maria Fernanda, because it has been a very deep opportunity to learn from law. I'm just outside the law questions and issues, but I have learned a lot with them. And also because, first of all, they are my friends, and then we are partners. So it's a very good opportunity to be with them. And I would like to thank Mauricio, who is not here, but he will be here. He is responsible for all the graphic stuff and websites and all these things that we have done. And also the people from my research group, which is Praxis, they helped me a lot. They will be here sometime. And I want to say, because I cannot skip this issue, we have been accused from the current government that we are very messy, universities are not very concerned with the things that they supposed to be the actual and the current contemporary issues. We are just kids playing around at the universities. So you have the commitment now to say to the world that the things that we are doing here are good, and we are not kids, we are professors, and are very interested to change Brazil somehow. So it's a commitment that you have to do with us, because we are serious, we are not doing things just now, kids. And I want this commitment with you, because we need this. We have to tell the world that Brazil is a serious country, because they are destroying universities. And it's not just that something that, oh, come on, it's not important. It is very important, okay? We are not doing our work that we are supposed to do because of this. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Just thank you all. Thank you, Denise, Maria Fernanda, André. I'm really happy that you are all here, knowing better our contents, and that we can share ideas and construct together new theses, new, I don't know, but I think we can change this traditional academic universe. So thank you all. I'm really happy that you are all here.
So now I would like to call to the table the people that will participate in this first table: Professor Danny Brandt, Professor Helen Carr, and Professor Julie Ponce. No, let me see.
This is for the, this is
Eu acho que ela deixou de estar passando.
Ele
mexer?
passando os slides.
So I can push it up.
I don't know if
Não, aqui, ó, acho que é 30 minutos. No teclado de cá. É. Tem uma cadeira.
Aqui tem uma cadeira.
A Julia will change. So we will start the table. We have a fourth member who's coming, who's Charlene, who was with us yesterday from the territory. This is a decision our local organization made to try to do the tables with people from the territories, also in dialogue with the academics. And you will each have up to 30 minutes for your presentation. I'm going to start then with Professor Danny Brandt from Free State University, who will talk about enlightening home. Here.
Thank you very much, Maria Fernanda. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do want to spend some time on saying, giving my thanks to you and to Thais and to Denise and everyone else that we met yesterday for the manner in which we've been welcomed here, and particularly the way in which we were introduced to home and homeless issues in Barbary yesterday through the site visits, which I found to be surprising in many ways and inspiring in all ways. I recently went to an art exhibition at our university where new acquisitions of the university were displayed, and the main work was a peak, cloth with things worked out on it, with a slogan that says, "Real freedom is never given." So yesterday when we asked, I think it was Shalena, we asked her what her concept of rule of law was, and she said for her rule of law is to claim that which the government must give to you because it is your right, and that reminded me of that. So thank you very much, Thais, also for that. Okay, so I'm going to speak. You will see that my title has changed slightly. It doesn't really change what I'm going to speak about. It's just a slight shift in focus. I'm going to speak about a decision of the South African Constitutional Court, the recent decision of the South African Constitutional Court, the case of Blabla and the city of Johannesburg. Now, before I say why I want to talk about this case, just maybe very quickly, I realized that my context as a lawyer is quite a bit different from the Brazilian context in the sense of the approach to studying and analyzing law that we have. In South Africa, the judgments of courts and the language used in a court judgment, and the court judgment as an artifact almost, is a very important thing to analyze and study, and I do realize that that might not be the same for a Brazilian lawyer. So if I bore you in my close analysis of the case of the judgment, then I do apologize for that. But there is, of course, a reason for it in our system. Judging is very important, particularly with respect to public law matters and matters of public concern. Judging is a very important side of lawmaking. So that is how I treat it also. Now, I'm going to speak about this particular case. In the first place, because it is a case about home and about homelessness. And I'll explain the case in a moment and what it was about. It's a case, it was the aftermath of an eviction application and of an eviction. And the case is about the provision of an alternative accommodation to those who were evicted. So it deals with the loss of home and an attempt to recreate the home. At least that is what I think it is supposed to be. And that's why I want to speak about it in this workshop, of course. But particularly, what caught my interest initially about the case is that it is clearly a case about home. But the case was decided with a very little reference to home. And in legal terms, the case eventually was decided on entirely different bases than on grounds of the right to home, on the basis of the concept of home, as perhaps a legal concept. And that puzzled me. I'm interested in why that is the case. And that directed me to a broader concern that I've always had in my work, which is to study the work of courts as a site of lawmaking and to try to trace to what extent in the work of courts the different ways in which in broader society, in our discussions of issues of poverty and of homelessness, there are always attempts to depoliticize homelessness and depoliticize poverty. I can refer to a wide range of different scholars on this topic, but for example, Nancy Fraser has written quite a bit about the way in which in official discourses about poverty and about homelessness, the tendency is always to describe poverty or homelessness as a technical problem that requires technical solutions, which of course in part it is, but with the implication that homelessness, that poverty is not a question of justice, that it is simply a problem to be solved and it should be approached in that way. That's one example. Lucy Williams, Dr. Ross have also written, for example, about the extent to which a distinction is made, particularly with respect to homelessness as an incident of poverty. A distinction is made between deserving and undeserving work, deserving and undeserving homelessness. In other words, some people deserve the assistance of society if they fall into homelessness, because society is in part responsible for their homelessness, but others don't. Either because they can be blamed for their situation of homelessness, their homelessness is caused by their own helplessness, by their own dependency, by their own failing. There are different ways in which the poor is demonized, describing the poor as in some way socially deviant, homelessness as in some way socially deviant. So there's also that kind of personalization of poverty and of homelessness as a way in which to depoliticize the issue of homelessness, to say that whatever the causes are of poverty and of homelessness, it's not the fault of society, it is the fault of poor people themselves. So I want to look at this case as part of this broader project, to try to see how these tropes perhaps also operate in this decision of the Constitutional Court, in the way in which it was argued importantly by the city of Johannesburg, which was supposed to be a provider of a home in this instance, but also perhaps how these tropes operate in the decision of the court, and how perhaps they are counted. Next slide. So, as I said, the case was an aftermath of an eviction. that decision in a moment. Properties and the city of Johannesburg was a constitutional court ordered the eviction of a group of 86 people at the time. Office block, the building that doubled as an industrial building there also. In this space, for as long as 25 years, all of them at least for an extended period, more than a year or two. They were mostly living there in a kind of regularized fashion. They were paying rent to the previous owner of the building before they were evicted. Until Blue Moonlight Properties, a private property development company, bought the building. They bought it, interestingly, that you might be interested in this. The building is situated in the precinct of the, just around the University of Johannesburg. And they bought the building in order to demolish it and in order to build student housing there. And in fact, in some of the surrounding properties, they are very upmarket, kind of what are called student villages that have already been built there. So Blue Moonlight bought this building in the full knowledge, and that's important at the time, that these people were living there. So one doesn't want to use these terms when you talk about people, but they were well aware of the liability that this property was burdened with when they bought the property, Blue Moonlight Properties, in order to develop it in this way. And obviously, immediately once they bought the property, they moved to evict these people. They succeeded in the High Court, and that decision was taken on to the Constitutional Court. The Constitutional Court then issued an order of eviction, so the Constitutional Court granted the application for eviction of the 86 people. But, and this is where this case has rightly or wrongly become a famous case in South Africa, but said the Constitutional Court, they may be evicted, but they may only be evicted. The order for their eviction is suspended until such time as the city of Johannesburg, so the state agency involved, finds suitable alternative accommodation for them. The court described it as emergency temporary shelter for them. So they may be evicted, but only when the city has found suitable emergency alternative accommodation for them. And this case has been spun out by people as being a very radical decision of the Constitutional Court because it supposedly imposes on a private property development a burden, which is to wait before you can act with your property as you wish to, before you can develop it, until the state has stepped in to provide alternative accommodation. Okay, now it took the city of Johannesburg about 4 years, just over 4 years, to find alternative accommodation for this group of residents, this group of people. So it turned out to be quite some burden for this private property owner, in my view, happily. But after 4 years had passed, the city came up with the following solution. So it said in the first place that it had permanent alternative accommodation available in the same area in an apartment block that the city had itself constructed as low-cost housing in the inner city. So a very, very, very good solution in this case. If any solution in the aftermath of an eviction can be good, because it was proper permanent accommodation in the vicinity of employment, existing employment, close to the schools that children involved in going to, and so on. But the city said, to this accommodation, only those may go who are able to pay. So if you were able to pay 600 Rand, that's about $14 per month, then you could move into this accommodation. And the majority of the people, because they were never living without paying rent before, were in fact able to do this. So only about 16 people from the original 86 were unable to make use of this offer from the city. For those 16 people who are unable to pay, who are in the city's terms dependent on the state as a result, for them, the city found an entirely different solution that's also described in very different terms. So there the city said that they will be taken to a privately run homelessness shelter. It was a shelter run under contract by a Christian organization for the city. In fact, as a homelessness shelter for street people, and particularly for street people who were either drug addicts or alcoholics. So it was a center designed as a kind of a therapeutic center to assist people to get back on their own feet, employment programs and so forth that they were required to partake in order to stay there and so on. So this group of 16 people who had been living independently for a considerable period of time in their previous home, were evicted by a private property owner, are then taken to this particular kind of alternative accommodation, this homelessness shelter that has as its aim a therapeutic aim with respect to them. And in this shelter, a certain set of house rules apply. So the first of these was a lockout and a lock-in rule. So you could stay in the shelter, but by 8 o'clock in the morning you had to be out, and the place was locked. So you could not get back in for the whole day. You could only get back in at 5 in the evening, in the afternoon. And then you only had a 1 hour window, because by 6 the doors would be locked again, and you would be locked out if you did not arrive by then, and the place would be locked until 8 o'clock the next morning. You can think to yourself what the impact is of that on poor people who struggle to survive, who look for employment informally and formally, who have to grab onto whatever opportunity they may. What impact it has on people if they are ill, for example. One of the examples that came out of the Constitutional Court is, what if you go to the dentist and your tooth is pulled and it hurts, and you want to go and lie down on your bed for the rest of the day, and you cannot do that. So that's the first rule, the lockout and the lock-in rule. And then the second rule, the sex separation rule. So there were dormitories in the shelter with beds. Those beds were separated from each other, but a very strict rule separating the sexes from each other, separating men from women, boys from the age of 16 years and up had to go and stay in the male dormitory, or women in the female dormitory. Even if you were married, even if you were involved in a long-term relationship. And you can think also for a 16-year-old boy, cannot stay if he's as a single parent. The mother cannot stay overnight with his mother. He has to go and stay in the male dormitory. So these two rules applied, and the case that I'm focusing on, the Tata case, then deals with the challenge that the residents brought to these house rules. They said that the city has provided them with alternative accommodation, then lost their home to an eviction. The city has provided them with a so-called alternative home, but these two house rules, they argued were unconstitutional for a range of different reasons, but primarily because it interfered with their human right to dignity, their constitutional right to dignity, their right to freedom and security of the person, their privacy rights, also equality rights, and so forth. They won in the High Court, the first level of courts. This was appealed by the city to the Supreme Court of Appeal. They lost in the Supreme Court of Appeal, the second appellate division, and then they appealed to the Constitutional Court. In the Constitutional Court, they won the case. The House rules were declared unconstitutional, and the shelter and the city were ordered to were interdicted from continuing to apply those house rules. Okay, now that is the case, and Here, unfortunately, my slides are going to end. I'm going to focus on the law that was applied and the manner in which it was applied in the case to explain the judgment for you. And the case turned on Section 26 of the South African Constitution, which deals with housing rights. I want to spend some time on explaining what Section 26 entails. So Section 26 has 3 subsections, and what was important in this case is whether Section 26 as a whole, these 3 subsections, create one right, which is a right to have access to adequate housing, or whether there are in fact separate rights or sub-rights included in this section. The first subsection simply says that everyone has the right to have access to adequate housing. The second subsection seems to be a kind of a qualifier of that first subsection that describes the nature of the duty that the state has in order to give effect to the right to have access to adequate housing. It says in language that is similar to the language used in the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. It says simply that the state must take reasonable legislative and other measures within its available resources toward the progressive realization of this right to have access to adequate housing. And then importantly, the third subsection that really comes after this qualifier says that no one may be evicted from their home without an order of court granted after considering all relevant circumstances. So a prohibition on arbitrary evictions, but it is a prohibition on arbitrary eviction that does not only have a procedural component, it clearly also has a substantive component. It requires a court to consider whether or not an eviction is substantively just and equitable. So it introduces very clearly here a right to a substantively just and equitable protection against eviction from one's home. Okay, so that's the legal background, the right on the basis of which this case was argued and eventually also decided by the Constitutional Court in different ways. What was the position of the city of Johannesburg? So the city justified its placement of this group of people in a variety of different ways, but it all comes back to the basic point of departure, which was that the city said when it provides alternative shelter to a group of people who have been evicted, in terms of its constitutional duty to do so, what it is doing is in fact incorporating that group of people into its program, eventually to provide adequate housing to them, provide access to adequate housing to them. So when you're evicted, then you are lucky enough that you are now incorporated into the state's program to provide adequate housing to you over time. It's a right of the state, and it's only required to be realized progressively within its available resources. And said the city, in this instance, the program in which it had incorporated this group of people was a so-called managed care program. Right? So it was a program that was explicitly designed to make of people who are dependent on state assistance independent people, to render them independent in some way. And amazingly, what the city also said in the Constitutional Court is that they were placed in this shelter subject to these rules, precisely so that it may make it so unpleasant for them to be there that they will leave quickly, that they will realize that to escape this situation. This is an actual policy document of the city that is submitted to the court, the managed care policy. Make it so unpleasant to them that they will realize they must do something for themselves. In inverted commas, I typically would do that, but in this case, it certainly does apply. Okay, so that is the program that they are inserted in. They are subject to now being provided over time with access to adequate housing, and the way in which the state intends to achieve this is to force them basically to find a solution for themselves by making it so unpleasant in this emergency situation. Secondly, the city also argued that it could not, to this particular group of people, provide a more adequate and a more permanent and a more suitable solution. Because if it did so, then it would enable them to jump the housing queue. Now, if you're involved in housing, you will know this kind of response, I'm sure, already. But if in other words, you give too attractive a solution to people who are evicted from housing, then you are going to encourage people, in effect, to force their own eviction so that they can acquire ahead of other people who are already on the housing list, waiting patiently and so on for housing. Then you are going to force, and you're going to encourage them as an incentive for them to try to force the state to provide this really attractive alternative accommodation. So again, we cannot provide too nice a situation for people who are evicted and out on the street, because then you will encourage this deviant kind of behavior that is in any way inherent in poor and homeless people, is the assumption. Okay. Now, take one step back very quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I think it is quite obvious, but you can see for yourself how these depoliticizing tropes operate in the approach of the city. Very clearly, there's first this move to technicize the issues, to say, look, this is not an issue of right. This is not a question that we as the state have a duty to provide an alternative home to these people because they have a right to an alternative home if they are kicked out of the home that they already have. No, this is an issue of a technical nature. We have housing programs that over time will give them access to adequate housing, and they must simply fall in. They must subject themselves to this kind of what turns out to be very clearly discipline in this program. There's very clearly also the distinction between dependent and independent poor, and the blame that is then attached to that. So this group of people are only in the bad situation they are in because they are dependent on the state. And no one is responsible for that dependence. It's also lost sight of, incidentally, that the real dependence in this case is, of course, the dependence of private property developer, who, in order to proceed with developing the property that he has just bought, has to rely on the state to solve his problem of this group of people living in the building. So clearly also that idea of these people being dependent, and they are dependent because they are in some way needed. They cannot look after themselves. They are placed in this shelter where people have to be treated in a medical fashion in order to help them to get on their own feet. They are inserted into that kind of discourse. And then finally also this idea of demonizing the poor, attributing this kind of grabbing mentality to them, this kind of dishonest mentality to them, that they're just trying to make a quick buck almost in the situation. That's why they're out on the street, so that they can force us to provide alternative accommodation to them, and then live in the lap of luxury on that basis. All right, what did the Constitutional Court do with this? Now, obviously, you can think for yourself, the Constitutional Court will out of hand reject these arguments presented in this very, very clear fashion. Before I go there, I mean, in the Constitutional Court, the counsel for the city, in fact, stood up and at one point argued that when people are evicted and they are out on the street and they are homeless, and they therefore become the subjects of state assistance, they are in the same position with respect to their rights that prisoners are. So in South African law, I don't know what the case is here, if you're a prisoner, then the principle applies that you retain all your rights that you have as a citizen, as a human being, except those that are by the nature of your condition as a detained person immediately taken away from you. And the city argued actually that if you're an evicted person, you're out on the street and you have to rely on state assistance, you're in the same position as a prisoner, as a convicted criminal. So some of your rights can be taken away from you, but you can be treated with a lower level of dignity. Your privacy is not so important any longer. So, okay. Obviously, the Constitutional Court will not will not explicitly countenance these depictions of homeless people. But I think we can see an implicit, at least, participation in the decision of the Constitutional Court in the rhetoric that was involved in. So there are 4 different decisions in the Constitutional Court: a main judgment, and then 3 concurring judgments that concur the outcome, but would wish that outcome to be reached in a different way. The main judgment of the Constitutional Court holds that the case should be decided in the first place on the basis of the right to have access to adequate housing, sections 26.1 and regular section 26.2 of the Constitution. So everyone has the right to have access to adequate housing, but the state must take reasonable legislative and other measures. So they agree with the city that the alternative accommodation that was provided was part of a program to provide access to adequate housing over time. But then, says the Constitutional Court, any program of the state to provide access to adequate housing must comply with other constitutional rights, such as the right to dignity, the right to privacy, the right to freedom and security of the person, the right to equality, and very clearly these house rules reach all of those constitutional rights. If you're unable to live in wherever you live as your home, that affects your human dignity. If you're unable during the day, if you are feeling ill, to go to your home and lie down on your bed, that affects your freedom of security as a person. If you're unable to live together as a family, that clearly affects your right to privacy. If women are forced to assume the role of mothering, of parenting, the terms that we use in the policy, that clearly affects the right to equality. So, yes, it is a program in terms of section 26.1 of the Constitution, but that program must comply with the rights to equality, dignity, freedom, and security of the person. That's the main judgment. The second judgment, Judge Cameron, a very famous judge of our Constitutional Court who recently retired, he says, no, this case has nothing to do with dignity, with freedom and security of the person, with privacy, or with equality. It is simply a case about the right to have access to adequate housing. And the Constitution is clear that the state has a particular kind of duty with respect to the right to have access to adequate housing. The state must take reasonable legislative and other measures within its available resources toward the progressive realization of this right. So the question is this program, as the state describes it, reasonable? This amorphous kind of technical phrase or word, and he holds that it is not reasonable. It's clearly not reasonable because it is on the facts not efficient in the first place. There's no indication that these people require any kind of assistance to make them dependent. Dependency is not really the problem, and so on. He focuses on this question of reasonableness, and he holds that it is not reasonable. The third judgment, the fourth judgment, is not important. It deals with a technical legal point that doesn't really link to my topic. But the third judgment simply says this case has nothing to do with rights. It has nothing to do with constitutional rights. All it has to do is with the question whether or not the city of Johannesburg complied with the order of the Constitutional Court in the prior case, in the eviction case. An order was given that alternative emergency accommodation should be provided, and the only question is, was that order complied with? And without any reference to the Constitution, without any reference to the right to access to adequate housing, the right to a home, if there is such one in the Constitution, or any of the other constitutional rights, the judge in that judgment, Judge Jaffa, holds that what the kind of alternative accommodation that was provided by the city in this case is not the alternative accommodation that was envisaged by the Constitutional Court in the eviction decision. Okay, so I see I have no time left. So 2 minutes, okay, great, thanks. My watch again at this moment, thank you. What can we say about this? Very, very briefly. Although the Constitutional Court as I said, clearly could not explicitly come out and support any of this problematic, that's a nice word, rhetoric. I think in a number of ways, implicitly, all three of the judgments, some of the aspects. The first two judgments, that this is not an issue of eviction and what your right on your own alternative understanding. How does this fit in with your right to over time to the illegal that I think is the most problematic, the basis for all of its other problematic understandings of the situation. Homeless else's conduct.